Alright, I'm back for the last homework video of the first semester now that I have my voice back. So here we've got J solving a system of equations below when something strange happened. So the first thing we want to do is graph the two lines on the same set of axes. So the first line I can graph because it's in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to start at 0, 5. And my slope is negative 2, so I'm going to go down 2 and over 1. There, I went down 3. Here we go. This one's not in y equals mx plus b form, so I need to change it. So I'm going to try to get y by itself. I'm going to move the 4x over to the other side. So I get 2y equals negative 4x plus 10. Then I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides, and I get y equals negative 2x plus 5. Oh, that's the same as this line. So what happened was the lines are the same. Solve the system using substitution or elimination. Explain to J what the solution should be. So I've already got my two equations in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to use substitution, and I'm going to substitute this in for y. So I get negative 2x plus 5 equals negative 2x plus 5. When I add 2x to both sides, the 2x's cancel out, and I'm left with 5 equals 5. That's always true. So there are an infinite number of solutions. Which means that every point on that line is a solution to the system. So every point on the line is a solution to the system. Because these two lines are always overlapping since they're the same line. So the graph helps you explain the algebraic solution because the two lines are overlapping. They always intersect. So because they're overlapping, because they're on top of each other, they always intersect. There's not just one point of intersection. All right. Figure 3 of a tile pattern has 11 tiles, and figure 4 of the same pattern has 13 tiles. If the pattern grows at the same rate, how many tiles will figure 50 have? Justify your answer with mathematical reasoning. So I'm going to make a table. I'm going to have figure number and number of tiles. And I know that somewhere way over here, figure 3. So figure 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure 3 has 11 tiles and figure 4 has 13. So I know that this pattern is growing by 2. So if I go backwards, then this would be 9, 7, and 5. So I know that the equation for this pattern would be y equals 2x, because my slope would be 2. We're growing by 2. And when x equals 0, y is 5, so we're starting at 5. So this is my equation. We start at 5, and we go up by 2 every time. We want to know how many tiles will figure 50 have. So that when x is 50, how many tiles do we have? So that's 100 plus 5 is 105. So at figure 50, we'll have 105 tiles. All right, graph each line on the axis at right and then answer the question. So same thing with before. I'm going to graph it starting at -1. My slope is 2 over 3, so my change in y is 2, change in x is 3. So I'm going to graph that line. And then the other one, I need to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I get negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 3. Then I'll divide by negative 3. And I get that y equals 2/3 x minus 1. So these are the same line. Again, just like in the first one. So when we try to graph these lines, they are the same. And then how many solutions does this have? So this has an infinite number of solutions. Because every point on the line is a solution. Solve each equation for the indicated variable. So if we want to solve for b, then we need to get rid of the mx. So we'll subtract mx from both sides, and we get y minus mx equals b. Now we want to solve for x. So first I'm going to subtract b from both sides. So I get y minus b equals m times x. Divide by m. So we get y minus b over m equals x. Now we're going to solve for t. So right now t is multiplied by p and r. So I'm going to divide by pr. So I get I over pr equals t. And this one we have to solve for t. So subtract p. We get a minus p equals prt. Divide by pr. So we get a minus p over pr equals t.